Good morning and welcome. It is Monday, the 2nd of May. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you're all very, very well. Hoping very much some of you saw my little note in the review today. I wasn't planning. I knew that today's video was going to be a little bit later than usual. So hopefully some of you still get on. First race isn't until 2:35 on my bets today. So you've got plenty of time to get them on. Coming up today, we've got the review of yesterday. We've got a 3/4 stake day, so there's lots of racing and some good opportunities, but the value's not there for me, so I'm only doing it 3/4 stake today, or even though there's lots of races and nice extra place races knocking about. So we'll come to the bets, and then we'll do a word on the golf, and then I'm just going to literally touch on a couple of stats, but I'm going to save the main stats for tomorrow. So the April rundown stats and the weekly review kind of stats, I'm going to do it tomorrow so I can get this video out quicker and shorter. All right, so yesterday I made it 10 on, 16, 18 back. So it was a small profit, nowhere near the profit of the day before. But as I will always say to you, it's celebrate every profit, because every profit is a day where you've got more back than bookies. It was a bit of a mixed bag, really. So we had wait a little, which as soon as the weather turned, I knew I was on to the wrong horse there. The weather really changed in Sligo. It was expecting to be good to yielding, end up going yielding to soft, really, and that's a significant change. So yeah, that one got caught out a little bit on that one. Inventor placed, it got massively backed in 7-2. I got a 25p rule for deduction on mine. Then obviously horse of the day, Cachet, went from the front, cracker, really, really was. Just brilliant. 16-1 I think the SP was in 1,000 guineas. And then the split bet, neither got close enough. It's a funny track, Sligo. There's about 8 meetings in the whole year, so it's kind of, there's not lots to judge on it. But if you do get behind, because it's so twisty and turny, it's really, really hard to make up ground. And Miss Myers missed the break. And Pashmina was behind as well, so they never were going to get there. So yeah, frustrating to not really have much with Cachet there, but we'll take the small profit and we'll crack on for today. So today, what have I got? 2 bets. One is kind of a split bet though, same as what we've been doing. So bet 1 today. We're round the houses a little bit because there's lots of songs this bank holiday racing. So we're starting off 235 down Royal True Destiny 9-1. Then we're going to go 640 the Curragh No Patience 9-1. Then I'm going to split the bet in the massive field race at the Curragh between 2. So we've got Grigdale 9-1 and I can't even say it, Markovic. Apologise for anybody who's offended by my pronunciations. 20-1. And then in the last leg, Eva's Diva 14-1. So we've done before, it's 2.15p each way, lucky 15s. So legs 1, 2, and 4 are the same today, and we're doing one of those. Grigdale is leg 3, and one of them is Markovic leg 3. So hopefully that makes sense. So same legs 1, 2, and 4, and they're a different horse. So it's basically 2 times 15p each way, lucky 15s. So if you're writing that down on a bet slip, then write it out as 2 lucky 15s. If you're doing it online, then literally place the horses, do the 5.15 as your last pick, and then you can put your bet, pick one. You should be able to then put it on. There's a reuse your selections type thing on most bookies online, and then you can literally just take one out and put the new one in rather than rewrite the whole thing out. Hopefully that makes sense. Any questions? Shove it in the comments. So that is bet 1. That's our main bet, really. And then the other bet I've got, lucky 15, is 326 Windsor Silent Flame 5-1. 351 Beverley, that's the 51, I made a typo there. 351 Beverley, Zham 12-1. 410 Warwick Optimistic Bias, and then the 510 Windsor Culture 9-1. 20p each way, lucky 15 on that one. Straightforward bet we do on the channel. Hopefully that's nice and clear. As I said, it's some nice racing today, but the value's not there. What am I to mean that? I mean, the market's got it relatively right, is how I would describe it. So, I could put a whole bunch of other really, really short price horses in there, but that's not what I'm about on the channel. So that's the best 9 horses I've got today. So we'll see how we get on with those. But yeah, I'm afraid today there is no unraced 2-year-old at 40-1 who's going to come and scoosh your place, or any unsung 20-1 winner that's going to come from the clouds and win. So that's what I've got today. But I know that the vast majority appreciate if it's not there, it's not there, and we're not going to force it. But I'm happy enough with what we've got. So that is there. As far as last week's stats go, I made it a £92 profit and 97% profit, or the other way around. I can't remember. They are very similar numbers. Don't hold me to that. I'll put it in the description. So overall, it was really, really good. But I say really, really good. It felt really, really good. And there was a lot of you getting very excited about some of the things we did, and that comes from because we had quite a few big price winners in the last few days. Actually, overall, it was only the 5th best week for the channel statistics. So some of you may well have done well off it, but it was only the 5th best week for channel statistics out of 16 weeks. So really happy with the figures and where we're at. I'll go through the figures in much more detail tomorrow, and we'll do like a proper stats rundown. And then word on the golf. So we'll run through the golf because it was disappointing really in the end. So the Catalonia Championships, we knew Henny had not done that. He ended up getting placed, didn't he? Oh, Henny. He's the bane of my life on this channel, I tell you. Sometimes he's friend of the show, sometimes he's not. And then the outright market, they all ended up being a bit disappointing, to be honest. I mean, the point is I'm playing big prices. I'm not going for the favourites in the tournament. But overall, I was disappointed with the Catalonia Championship. We then had the Lucky 15, which should have made profit. So Adrien Sadier was top Frenchman, and if you've done it with a bookmaker that pays double or triple the odds, you should have made a profit off that single bet. The others didn't quite get there, and even he absolutely imploded on the last round, but still managed to come out on top. So we got some money back there. So I got that at $6.70 for my bets. You may have got a better price. You may have got triple or single the odds. Not sure. But I got $6.70 back for the channel for Adrien Sadier coming top Frenchman. And then the Mexico Open, days like that when basically all 5 made the cut and then none of them got quite near enough. Che Reavy was the closest. He ended up a couple of shots from the money, which would have been a nice little return, but no cigar. And then Jeff Marget didn't do much. So I mean, in terms of the golf bets, we'll have a golf bet on Wednesday as usual. I'm still tinkering with what we're doing on the channel. As I said last week, I was happy enough with what we did this week. It didn't return a profit, but we got almost half back. So it's not the end of the world. I'll continue to tinker with that. All right, I'm just going to leave it there for now because I'm conscious of time and I'll go out into a lot more detail about stuff tomorrow. All right, you have a good bank holiday Monday. I will try and do the same. I will see you in the morning. Thanks very much. Cheerio.